Well, folks, if you're going to spend money on something, it might as well be something you actually like. That's what I always say. That's where the Club Random merch store comes in. That's right. Get yourself a cozy hoodie. Look at this. This is really well designed. That's right. Get yourself a cozy hoodie to snuggle away your sorrows or some new Club Random shirts. Look at all this shit I have. To attract a partner with similar interests and live happily ever after. I've seen crazier rom-coms, so head over to clubrandom.com and bring home some random. Well, if you're an employer who's adopted skills-based hiring, the best way to ensure that your applicants have the right skills is ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter recommends smart screening questions to help you hone in on that perfect match for your role. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/random. That's ZipRecruiter.com/random. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Maintenance just got easier with Car Shield. It's basically protection for when your car decides to have a midlife crisis. They cover repairs, 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, rental cars, all included, and you use ASE certified shops nationwide. Low deductibles, month-to-month plans. Right now, CarShield is offering our listeners 20% off with the code RANDOM at carshield.com. Go to carshield.com and use code RANDOM now for 20% off. Claude is the AI for minds that don't stop at good enough. It's the collaborator that actually understands your entire workflow and thinks with you. Whether you're debugging code at midnight or strategizing your next business move, Claude extends your thinking to tackle the problems that matter. If you throw in a real problem, research the topic, check sources, connect the dots, it actually goes deep. If you want AI that actually thinks instead of cheerfully hallucinating, try Claude. Get started with Claude today at claude.ai/random.
When I made Stand By Me, and my father, I told you he's British, went, don't tell anyone you were in a movie. This film will never be released.
Club Random.
I mean, I had such a good speech, but I knew that.
Give it to us. Come on, give us a little bit.
I think the first thing I was going to say was,
Club Random.
There he is.
who'd you think it was? Who else is ever going to walk through that door? It's not like the old Dean Martin show where they were surprised when it was, oh, look, it's Ella Fitzgerald. Do you remember the old Dean Martin show?
Vaguely, a little bit.
He only came in one day a week. He didn't know zero rehearsal. So everything was a surprise.
Yeah.
So he would go into this one segment of the show where he was a piano player, and then there was a door, and he didn't know who it was, and it was always look, it's Sammy Davis.
Oh, right. Oh, and he would be surprised.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
The whole show was a surprise to him.
The algorithm gives me a big clip of him singing with this really talented, I think, Brazilian singer doing like a...
What do you mean the algorithm?
The algorithm,
gives you?
Instagram, like when I'm scrolling. I spend a lot of time on Instagram. Bill, I have a goal on this show.
What's that?
I want you to get higher than you've ever been on any episode. I want you to blow it in my face.
Well, on any episode, that is that's not going to happen. I mean, I've had Woody Harrelson and Quentin Tarantino here, and they both are ridiculous. But I'll be happy to blow it in your face. Well, you don't smoke it yourself?
I don't smoke it myself, but I listen. I live with someone who smokes.
Yeah.
Vapes, actually.
Your wife?
My wife.
Yeah. Okay. Is that what we're calling it now? Rebecca Romijn.
Rebecca Romijn.
Yes.
Look it up. Supermodel, actress, very successful actress.
Yes, we know who she is.
We've come to see you live.
Yes. Right.
The only time my wife finds me appealing, finds me entertaining, finds me attractive,
This is not.
is intimate with me.
Why would she marry?
The only time my wife, touches me is if my wife takes a hit off that pen.
Oh, I see.
So,
That's, first of all, I'm sure that's not true. You look great. I mean, you really aged well. You really have. You look great.
thank you. You as well. Back at you.
And She obviously married you, and how long you been together? Like a long time now.
We've been together over 20 years.
20 years.
My wife was previously married to Club Random fans, your guest, John Stamos. I
Yes.
came up, my wife watched, we watched the whole thing from beginning to end. Someone suggested to me today, a comedian whose initials are Howie Mandel, that I get into this podcast game, that John Stamos and I have a call-in relationship show.
Now, this is because you and he had beef because you were with the same woman?
We didn't have beef. John, what is this stuff you always squirt in your drink? I watch every episode and I'm like, what is this? Is this more like cannabis?
Jing. Jing, I drink it.
Is
No,
it?
it's I say this every show. It's this stuff that you put into just regular sparkling water, and it turns it into a diet soda that has no chemicals. There.
So it's a sweetener.
Another case of steaks. No, not steaks. I don't want steaks, but thank you. What?
Is it
Yes, it's a no chemicals. You know me, health nut. Aren't you a health nut?
No.
Well,
I'm not. I eat a lot of processed food. I eat a lot of takeout. I'm not kidding. I know they're not a sponsor, but I mean, I eat a lot of in and out.
I'm getting this picture. A guy doesn't get laid unless his wife is high. He's always on Instagram eating shitty food.
Well, my wife gets high every day, so don't worry about me. I mean,
I see.
no, but I am. I mean, I know you're an advocate for specifically marijuana use, and I just want to say it really is
just mine. I'm an advocate for me being able to do it. I don't give a shit what anybody else does. You get your own.
But will you light it? Here, cheers. Oh, let me try some of your sweetener, actually.
Yeah. I think
Shake it.
Unless
It's not gonna give me
not more than twice that you're playing with it. But yeah, I mean, I think you'll. This is not like my favorite flavor, and it looks like it's been here for a long time.
Smells.
I have to talk to the staff about things like that.
Cheers, Bill.
Yeah.
Here's to you. I'm one of the only guests on your show that has actually acted with you. We're thespians.
Oh, we were talking about Tomcats? Tomcats. 2000, the year.
Let's tell everyone, it's a film called Tomcats. Young men will know what we're talking about. Young men under the age of 30, around there.
Yeah, why did I do that? It was one day of work for me.
And you made a lot of money.
Maybe that was it.
And they flew you privately.
Oh, for sure. Well,
I know because you said, when did you get in? We were shooting in Vegas, and I said, I got in yesterday. And you said, did they send you the jet? And I went, if by sent me the jet, you mean Spirit Airlines.
Well, because I was doing politically incorrect. I had to I shot all day long getting up at the crack of dawn and had to be back in L.A.
And do your night show, yeah.
Politically incorrect.
Bill, I want to say you were a great acting partner. You had a lot of dialogue. You probably don't even remember it. You were so great with all your lines.
I remember. Are you kidding? Or are you?
I'm being dead serious.
Oh, yeah. No, I could do that level of acting back when I was. I mean, it's funny because the 80s, most of my income was from, I did silly movies.
Sure.
Some of the posters are around here.
Bill, I thought for many years you were the guy in Body Double.
Yes, I wasn't.
I know a lot of people thought that, though, right? I mean,
yes, I was the guy in DC Cab. I was the guy in a bunch of sitcoms and Murder, She Wrote and things like that. But then in the 90s, I got what I really should have always been doing, which was the political talk show. For some reason, in the year 2000, they offered me this thing, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll get back on the horse, see what that's like. Maybe it'll be fun. I don't know. It couldn't have been fun because, I had to, get up at the crack of dawn. So I flew in the night before in Vegas, and so that was rushed, and I had to fly right back after. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to get a fun weekend in Vegas. There was none of that. I remember I played the bad guy. You were
You played the casino boss, and I owed money to you.
Right. Exactly. And I was... Why they chose me as the scariest guy in the world, but I feel like I pulled that off pretty well.
You really did.
Not like I was personally going to beat the shit out of you, but as a guy who could control henchmen, who would be my henchmen and act as henchmen do.
You were.
I'm a very big advocate for henchmen, by the way. I talked about this once with Mark Cuban, who probably has thousands of henchmen with his money. But henchmen, I feel, are always shot in movies, and nobody ever feels for them. I mean, it's just a job to them. They're humans too, but we can just wipe them out like in scores in a row, and no one ever thinks, oh, that was a guy with a wife and kids and a sister, and he just took a henchman job.
Yeah.
And he's not really a bad guy.
Yeah.
And certainly wasn't a very good henchman because he got shot by one guy and like thousands of them went down.
You should pitch this to the John Wick people, like one of the random people who've been taken out.
I would like that's a great idea. I would like a movie from the point of view of the henchman.
Yeah.
I was the casino boss. You owed money. I remember being embarrassed by the movie and being in it because it was...
It's a cult classic. Are you kidding me?
It is.
Embarrassed by the film?
Well, they were like, you know, in the first scene, they take Viagra at a wedding.
It's a silly movie. Yeah.
Okay. I was embarrassed by DC Cab, too. I think that's
You shouldn't be embarrassed by DC Cab. I want to tell you, I am younger than you. DC Cab on HBO played nonstop in my childhood. I've seen DC Cab. This is not an exaggeration. Blow it right over here, Bill. It's what we call freebie.
Jesus, what a pussy. My God.
Oh, yeah.
All I did was fucking blow the slightest bit of smoke in you.
One more right over here, Bill.
Okay, but go ahead with what were you saying?
DC Cab, I've watched it hundreds of times. It's a classic film. I mean, I know it might not have been recognized by the Academy.
I think that the B movies I did, Pizza Man and Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death, while more low budget, were actually better, funnier movies. They're actually kind of funny. No, they're also not Academy Award material. Those ones were just like, I don't know, lowest common denominator sort of, people to this day say, hey, DC Cab, and if it makes you happy, I'm very glad, all the fans out there. All I ever want to say to these people is, I've gone on to other things.
Of course you have, and we're not defining you by your role in Tomcats and DC Cab. But I will tell you something, being that we do have... on this show, a lot of times people talk about your manager, Mark Gervitz. I heard it in the Dana Carvey, David Spade episode. You have a mutual manager. For those watching who are not in the entertainment industry, we have managers who manage our careers, and you're with them for decades at a time, and they're very helpful.
It's like a coach in football. I mean, can he win you the title? Of course not. But can they affect enough of the games, perhaps, to take you over the edge in a close race? Yes.
And it's a confidant and it's a protector. So I am with the Mark Gervitz counterpart, Michael Rotenberg, who's at 3 Arts, who's a sort of a contemporary of Mark Gervitz. They're
another big manager.
And they're very good friends. But he said something really interesting to me. First of all, as a manager, he said something really fun. I had a TV show that was canceled, right? But like you, like all of us who've been here for decades,
Absolutely.
We have a lot of TV shows that are canceled.
Which one was this?
I don't even remember. One of the hundreds. And he took me out to dinner. God, our managers are always way wealthier than we are. But they took me out to dinner, and he took me out to dinner, and he said, I was really depressed. And he said, if you can figure out how to make this the fun part, looking for the next one, this will be a fun career for you. And that really affected me and how I think now.
There's no way you can do that. That's not the fun part.
But I never will. Bill. I really do. I try.
Okay, but that's never going to be the fun part, is when you get kicked on your ass and you have to, it's the part that, it's not the fun part. It's the part that can make you feel good about yourself, because you deserve to pat yourself on the back when you pick yourself up, when you could have let it defeat you. I remember once sitting in a bathtub in a hotel in San Francisco in 1983, I think, crying in the bathtub because I was up for the sitcom version of Mr. Mom. And I was right on the 1 yard line. And at the last minute, They gave it to Barry Van Dyke. Not that I remember, and not that I'm
Nepo
bitter
baby.
about it. Exactly.
Fucking Nepo baby.
Yes.
Unfucking real. That said,
And I said, I hope your father does not live a long life. And look,
stop. Oh God, I was just thinking
Didn't
of
work.
Dick. I was just thinking of Dick Van Dyke. His granddaughter was my kid's teacher you did say Van Dyke and not Van. Not
Barry Van Dyke.
Patten.
Yes, he was Dick's son.
So many Vans.
But I thought I was funnier, but you know.
Michael Rotenberg, my manager, we were talking about managers, is a little inside baseball, but we all have managers in this business. He said to me, you're going to end up where you're supposed to be. And that really, that affected me as well.
And how would you define where you're supposed to be? So if that's true, you fill in that blank for me.
Okay.
Because I feel like you do a lot of things.
Yes. So that's what...
You'll take anything.
No. No, it's okay. It's funny to say that.
Hey, I just did the Hollywood Squares, so I have nothing. I cannot even.
I was hoping to get that offer. They didn't get it. Give it to one of the fucking Van Dykes. Oh God! Dick Van Dyke's great grandson.
Yeah, but you know what? The next day you get back on the horse. I hope that the younger generations have that in them. I don't know. They seem so full of anxiety, and they're so oversensitive about everything. And we were just talking about how many at my work, how many live at home now. The statistics are very different. It's like 8% in 1970, under 34, lived at home. And now it's like 34% or something.
Yeah.
And some of that's economic, and some of it is just, I don't know.
I mean, if I worked for Mayor Mondami, I would tell you that's affordability right there. But
I hope you don't.
but
Please.
Let's give him a chance. Come on, Bill. I'm a born and raised a New Yorker. Let's see what he can do. You know?
Oh, okay. We can. Let's see what he can do. But we already know what he is because it's in his own statements and the people he hires. I talked about him. You say you watch it. You must have seen this. The first show was talking about this woman who is his.
Yeah.
Like the head of about his big issue is the rent. He's
Right.
the rent is too damn high guy, and that's a good issue. And affordability is a great issue. And but I said,
Unless you're a
how do
landlord.
I know he's a communist? Well, I'm reading between the lines when he hired someone who says word for word, let's elect more communists. Okay, this is not like something you have to really figure out. Elect more communists. Yeah. That's a communist. Now, if Barack Obama or any reasonable Democrat had anybody on their staff who had that on their resume, it'd be like a huge scandal. But this guy, this is just where we are. Like communism, I said it. I'm not a... It's a political philosophy. It's an economic philosophy. You're allowed to believe it. You're allowed to vote for it. Mm-hmm. Let's just not pretend that that's not what this is.
I understand. And take another hit while I say this. I want to smell a little more, please. Just a little bit more, please.
Okay.
I think it's different running for president of the United States and running for not even New York, a major city.
But communism is communism.
But if you think... let me put it this way. If Rick Caruso can't win in Los Angeles, okay?
And he can't because
He can't.
No.
He can't get enough votes. He can't.
He cannot.
If Rick Caruso can't, if the guy who owns
do you
the
like
Grove...
him, Rick Caruso?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
I met him at the conference.
Yeah.
Where I live in Calabasas, which is a town in the outskirts of Los Angeles. It's a sort of a Tony Hamlet of Los Angeles.
Yes, it is. Very Tony. I think the Kardashians live there.
Kardashians live there. I have a nodding relationship with them. We do. We have
I mean, like you're taking out the trash, you see them taking out the trash, that kind of a thing?
No, actually, we pass each other in parking lots, and I go...
Parking lots?
Yeah, like...
What, are you buying fentanyl?
No, we're in malls. It's like the suburbs.
You're in
a
malls.
parking lot? Yeah.
You go to the mall, and they go to the mall? You see the Kardashians at the mall?
I'm going to tell you
I'm not...
okay, I'm going to tell you my
judging.
Kardashian... I'm going to tell you my Kardashian mall story.
Great.
My kid was in a math tutor. A kid who was failing math.
How old?
She was 27.
Well,
She was in junior high.
okay.
She's failing math, so I had to
Right.
take her to like a math place. I mean, maybe they'll be a sponsor for the show. Mathnesium.
Okay.
They did help her grades, okay?
This isn't that school Kanye had, is it?
My kids go to public
By the
school.
way, that's how, you know how serious America is about education when they let Kanye have a school.
I was there for that time.
school.
I do remember. I don't know much about education. Literally, this is what I know about education, okay? My kids were about to go to school.
That's all you need to know about America and education. It is. That's all you need to know.
My kids were about to go to school, and I was like, Mom, I called up my mom. You know, my mom's from Jersey City. She was an educator, public school teacher. My kids go to public school. By the way, I also read that Malcolm Gladwell book, and he's basically like, put them in public school. There's no difference. Go.
Absolutely.
And I really adhere to that, you know? And it's great. I'm telling you, everybody, I mean, listen, mind you, I live in Calabasas, so some people are going to say, well, yeah, you live in Calabasas, but Malcolm Gladwell really turned me on to the public education thing. Anyway, I called my mom and I said, Mom, Kanye's got this school. Like, should I send my kids there? Where should I send my kids to school? I gotta.
Come on, you considered it?
What do I do? Like, do I go on Google? Do I go on Yelp? How do I find a school?
Go
And my
on
mother-
Spotify.
No.
I mean, go on any, news outlet. He's very, much in the news, Mr. Kanye.
But my mom is so funny, my mom, and I love this quote. My mom said, I'll tell you what you do. You call the Shapiros, you call the Goldsteins, and you ask them where they're sending their kids, and that's where you send your kids to school. And she was absolutely right. Public school, 100% all the way. Back to my Kardashian story.
That's what your mother sounds like?
Yeah, she's from Jersey City. She talks like this. I actually, when I'm in Stand By Me, I was a kid actor in Stand By Me.
Yeah, we all know that.
I
You were the fat kid.
I was husky.
No, you were the fat kid, but that's okay. It's made it stand out and made you. I mean, come on, you're always will be golden for that. Even if you didn't have anything else. I mean, look at Macaulay Culkin. He did a similar kid role. He's still iconic, And,
Highly successful podcaster, by the way.
Right.
He is.
I mean, but you've worked every day since. I mean, he didn't, but just that one iconic kid role, and it was the best role to have, the fat kid.
It's why I'm here. I was husky, but it's honestly why this Rob Reiner and his wife murder is. It's very emotional for me. It's very tough.
I'll bet, because he directed that, if people don't remember.
Rob Reiner directed it.
Yeah.
Rob Reiner picked me out of, it was an open call, Bill. He saw something in me. The man changed everything I have.
When you say he saw something in me, like it's a big mystery, he saw what you still have. You're a charismatic guy. It's why you keep being in the public eye and doing different shows and different projects and getting hired. There are certain people, the public just, for reasons that I find completely understandable, want to see. People just want to, be around certain people. You are one of those people. Because I think it's something, they get it. It translates through the screen or wherever that you really are this guy. Nice guy.
Well, live with me.
What's your worst trait, do you think? What would your wife say, or what do you say when you're being self-critical? What's the worst thing you do?
Something I'm trying to work on with my wife. My wife says that I stress her out. Maybe I have anxiety,
Anxiety.
Maybe I'm an anxious person.
I know the cure for that. A little of this and a little of this. Trust me, it'll go away.
I'm going to get back to my Kardashian story. I promise we're going to come back around to that.
I want to hear about your anxiety first. What do you have anxiety about? And then how do you stress your wife? Because you're like talking to her about it too much, and she's like, honey, it'll all work out. She has to do that a lot.
I guess I wake up in the morning and I'm like, this is what I have to do today.
Be glad you have to do something.
Yeah, I guess so.
Some people wake up and they got nothing to do.
Yeah. You know, like waking up in the morning, hey, we have to have lunch at noon because I've got to go drive over to Club Random at 3:30. I mean, I'm not even kidding, you know, and
Yeah.
so I'm actively trying to not be as stressful around my wife. And my wife is like a laid back, like Northern California chick, you know?
Right.
Oof, we watched her ex on this, man. We watched every second of it. It's fun to watch my wife watch her ex. It's crazy to watch it.
Oh, her ex-lover, her ex-husband.
Husband, yeah.
Right,
I mean, they were
John.
lovers too. You didn't have to remind me of that. A lot of love.
So John Stamos was married to her back in the, like when they were both young.
Yes.
What?
And it's sort of, it's a part of
I'm-
my life that my wife doesn't really talk about, so I just try to like glean what I can. And you asked him about it, and I'm like, give me
Well,
some-
you know, I mean,
something.
like, I don't think he would mind us telling this, but since we already, no, I'm talking about somebody else now. Since we already brought him up, which is my manager, his girlfriend used to be Bruce Springsteen's wife. So, like, I've seen this before, and I don't think it bothers him at all because people just go through different phases of their life. But like, can you possibly ever block it out that your woman was with some guy who the world finds super sexy?
Listen, Bill, my children, I never watched Full House, which was the show that he was.
No,
What
if
is
you
this,
want to
in the-
just.
Oh, what is this? You in the bathtub?
No, it's you.
Oh, is this
stabbing yourself?
that too
No,
brutal?
just killing yourself.
Come on, no, there's no self-harm.
No,
Come on, and if you do
no,
do that,
I'm
like,
just saying, if you want to, it's here. You know,
call
like,
someone. Thank you.
Well, hiring is one of those things that everyone pretends is scientific. You post a job, stare at a stack of resumes, and somehow you're supposed to divine the future. Ah, yes, this one used Times New Roman, knows Microsoft. It's ridiculous. So now companies are finally doing something radical. They're focusing on skills. Can the person actually do the job? Groundbreaking stuff. Well, if you're an employer who's adopted skills-based hiring, the best way to ensure that your applicants have the right skills is ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter recommends smart screening questions to help you hone in on that perfect match for your role. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/random. What I like is it doesn't waste your time. Their matching technology sends you qualified candidates fast. You add smart screening questions, and you can filter for people who are actually active, not someone who applied during the Obama administration. It's efficient, it's modern, it's how hiring should work. Let ZipRecruiter help you find amazing candidates with the skills you seek. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/random. That's ZipRecruiter.com/random. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Well, cars are a never-ending purchase. It will cost money until the very last day. At first, you buy the machine, then you maintain the machine. You may even baby the machine. And then one day it just goes. Transmission's gone. That'll be $4,000. And mechanics will act like it's a casual thing. $4,000? Yeah, sure. Let me just check my couch cushions. But maintenance just got easier with Car Shield. It's basically protection for when your car decides to have a midlife crisis. They cover repairs, 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, rental cars, all included, and you use ASE certified shops nationwide. Low deductibles, month-to-month plans. Normal person pricing. They've been doing this for over 20 years, cover millions of vehicles, and people actually rate them 96%, which means nobody's crying in a parking lot. That's progress. This year, have zero worries with Car Shield. Right now, Car Shield is offering our listeners 20% off with the code RANDOM at carshield.com. Don't let a breakdown ruin your 2026 goals. Get covered with Car Shield and drive with confidence. Go to carshield.com and use code RANDOM now for 20% off.
No, I never watched Full House, ever. I was too old, you know? I was in my 20s when it came out. That would have been weird if I had watched a show about, like, a bunch of kids and stuff. Like these Epstein files or something? It's crazy.
I agree.
Yeah. my kids watched it. So I rewatched it when my kids were like young, 3 and 4.
Because you watch shows with your kids?
I was in the living room. You have to make sure they stay alive, kids, you know? So they were like watching TV and you're like on your computer and it's on.
It's so, I know that this is a thing. It's just so foreign to me that I would ever have to watch TV, something I didn't want to watch because some 4-year-old found it amusing. It just, again, I don't have.
Bill, you know what? I'm not even kidding. I'm saying this as a huge fan of yours, personally and publicly. I mean, I watch you every week on your show. I watch all these episodes. I'm a fan. I've seen you live. I've paid for tickets to you. Remember, you were shocked. I came backstage and you went, "Why did you pay for tickets?" And I was like, "Because we're fans, baby."
Jerry, that means so much to me, you know?
I have 2 stories I have to get to. How Rob Reiner changed my life, and I'm going to tell you. And
great.
maybe you'll identify with this.
Oh, okay.
I was what
so
they
this
called.
bumped the Kardashian story.
I'm getting back to it. I was what they called a hyperactive child. Okay.
And yet fat. That's so weird that it would be both. Could you
I'm gonna go full Dreyfus now. That's what you get. You get the full Dreyfus now. You call me fat, I go Dreyfus the rest of this time. I got in a golf cart accident. I want a Percocet.
But no, it just seems odd.
I'm in pain.
Okay, so you're hyperactive.
Hyperactive child.
Right.
My mother, I would always they wanted to put me on Ritalin, okay?
Wow.
It was
terrible.
A drug back then.
Sure.
And I'm in a lot of agreement with you. As someone who's raising children, I don't believe immediately. I'm sure medication is needed, but
Sometimes.
I think with children,
Right.
I don't think the first answer should be, let's get them on something.
The first answer shouldn't be, let's get them on something, or they're in the wrong body. Both things could possibly be relevant, could be. Both things should be much more rare than they have made them. They let ideology lead them to bad science. And these, of course, are the science people.
This is where take another hit if we're going to talk about gender stuff.
We don't need to. I'm just saying
know.
that was a relevant point to make.
Okay. I was just talking about medication.
Okay. You're in the mall.
No. That's another one.
I'm sorry. We're not there? Okay.
They wanted to put me on Ritalin.
You're in the mall, Rob Reiner came up.
My mother was adamant about them not putting me on Ritalin.
Oh, Ritalin,
which
right.
I adhere to with my children as well, you know? I get Stand By Me. I got it. Open call. They saw something. I practiced the sides. I got the role.
Had you been auditioning for other stuff and done other stuff before that?
I'd been an extra in a commercial.
But you had this ambition to do it?
I took a weekly class at a place called HB Studios in New York.
But how did you wind up at the call for Rob Reiner?
It was an open call. They were casting young kids.
Somebody,
I was at HB Studios.
Your mother must have seen it and said, you didn't see it.
It didn't come through my mother. It came through...
My agent.
What?
Your agent.
I didn't have an agent.
It came through Rottenberg.
No, I didn't mean Rotenberg. Rotenberg. No, it didn't come through Gervitz.
Ari Emanuel.
Stop, come on. It was an open call. It came through, I don't know how it came through. Maybe through my acting school. I don't know. I was always getting in trouble at school. My mother would say to me, can't you just shut up and sit on your hands? Can't you just, when you want to blurt something out. I was getting in trouble for blurting things out, for being funny, for being a class clown, I guess they call it.
I was too.
You were too. My mother would pick me up and like yell at them and say, we're not putting them on Ritalin. And we'd get to the car and she'd go, can't you just shut up and sit on your hands? When you want to say something, you want to blurt out something, just shut up and sit on your hands.
Hard for boys.
And so I got to tell you.
Boys have extra amount of energy.
My life for 3 or 4 years was me wanting to say something, okay? Make a joke about your goo or something and be like, oh God, just shut up and sit on your hands, dude. Just shut up and sit.
Yeah, that's not healthy either.
Just shut up and sit on your hands. And it was my mantra. Bill, I get Stand By Me, okay? First day on set. For those who know the movie, you'll remember the scene. You won't, but we're throwing like stones in a can. And I have a very funny line where I say, this is a really good time. And it's like a touching scene, you know? Because it's like 11-year-old boys doing nothing going, this is a really good time. It's touching. The scene ends, we finish doing the lines, okay? And we're still sitting there, Rob Reiner doesn't yell cut. And so I do something, I joke with a canteen, or I make a joke about myself. I ad-lib something at the end. It's just silence, you know?
Improv.
I improv'd. And Rob Reiner goes, cut! Jerry! And he was a big dude, God rest his soul. And I was like, oh, fuck, I was supposed to shut up and sit on my, oh, fuck, I fucking did it, day one. I fucking did it. Oh, God, here we go. I couldn't fucking shut up and sit on my hands. And he comes to set, and we're all sitting on the ground. And so he's standing over us. I'm gonna stand, sorry, camera people. And he goes, hey, Jerry, more of that. That's what I'm talking about. What he did at the end, that's it, guys. More of that. Jerry, more of that. And I gotta tell you, Bill, it changed my fucking life.
Yeah.
It changed my, I think I replay that moment. This is gonna sound obsessive. I replay that moment about 15 times a day in my head. When I'm driving, when I'm walking, when I wanna say something, because my initial reaction is shut up and sit on your hands. But no, Rob Reiner said, hey, that's it, man. And I gotta tell you, I've been, maybe you say I'm outgoing and gregarious and I work all the time. I do it because I'm dying for that moment again. I'm dying for it. I live for it.
Let your freak flag fly. Let you be you. It's a great story because it just shows, it epitomizes the conflict that goes on with so many people, but especially boys. It is a thing. I mean, lots of people are writing books about this now. You know, it's just an issue that we sort of, the pendulum never stops in the middle in America. So men were so bad to so many women for so long, and many still are, that then we had a reckoning in 2017, and then it just became sort of toxic to just be a male. And especially boys got the backlash, like young boys got the backlash to an era that they didn't even take part in.
Yeah.
And so they grew up in this time where it was just, there was no allowance for this kind of male extra energy that especially boys have. Like, there's a reason why we sometimes separate boys and girls. You know, Boy Scouts now have girls in them. I think this is ridiculous. It's called the Boy Scouts. Do you have to always be fucking stupidly counterintuitive about everything? Girls, they also need time when they're just with girls because they can't be around these knuckleheads.
Yeah.
You look like you're angry about this.
No, I'm not angry. I'm just trying to think about it. And I'm like, this is really what I try to do. I try not to get angry about these things, Bill, okay? And I try to think, what I was thinking was, why would they do that? And maybe it's to take away stigma of gender. I don't know.
I'll tell you why, Jerry, they do it. Because the kind of assholes who live here amongst us, the kind of super woke people, they live to have themselves thought of as the good people, as the social justice warriors. So they're always looking for some new marginalized people to champion. And of course, the very thought of it is noble. And I get it, and I'm an old school liberal.
100%.
We've always been there for this.
100%.
And they take it just 10 subway stops too far
100%.
to places where it's just about making them feel like they're doing something. And you know what? You're not Rosa Parks. You're not anybody who's doing anything. You're just like trying to be this sort of social justice warrior. And there's no war that needs to happen here. Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, there's no hate crime happening. Okay, it's just about the way it really is with boys and girls.
I think I can speak on this as someone who has two 17-year-old girls here in Los Angeles.
I thought you said you had young kids.
They're 17 now.
Oh.
They were young when they watched
oh, I see.
Full House. And I'm going to get back to that story as well. But I see their contemporaries dealing with this stuff. Please blow it this way. I need it more than ever now.
Okay.
Right over here.
Just take a hit, for fuck's sake. I mean, what is wrong with you?
I see it, and really, I'm sure you're the same way. The goal is to make them feel as safe as possible, especially at that precarious age. It's such a tough age.
And I'm saying it just is sometimes the case with the woke people that they are their own worst enemies with so much of this shit. You're talking about your boyfriend, Mamdani, in New York. A lot. I don't know what the tally.
My boyfriend, but
yeah, I don't know what the tally
casually
is.
seeing each other.
I don't know what the tally is now, but it's in the at least high teens of homeless people who have died in the freezing because it's just not the policy of the woke to ever think that we could like forcibly get people off the street, which is what we used to think.
Right.
Old school
there were vagrancy
liberals.
laws. When I was younger, there was no vagrancy.
It was what we thought was compassionate to not be sleeping in fucking 0-degree weather on the sidewalk, as opposed to their, protecting them like they're some sort of endangered species in their natural habitat. So I only bring this up to say, analogous to, and I could name 10 things, and I don't want to because I don't want this to be so political, but where the woke people go way past where liberals like me and sensible people are to a place that is ridiculous.
I totally hear what you're saying.
Okay.
That said, I think you're trying to inflict your ideas on a city that voted for Mamdani and voted for Karen Bass. Like, this is where we live.
I'm always trying to inflict my ideas.
I shouldn't have said inflict.
No.
Infect. Sorry.
I love that. That's hysterical.
Goo. What did you call it? You're goo.
Goo. Back to the Kardashians.
No, let me get to my Stamos story first.
Oh, great.
My kids are watching Full House. I was watching it with them. You should be a father.
And once again, this is the guy who was married to the woman you...
my current wife. We'll see if we're still married after this podcast drops.
Who was with him for a brief period of time and has been with you for over 20 years.
Yeah. By the way, I'm sure that, as you said, they were, what did you call them, lovers?
How long were they married for? Just a couple of years, right?
6 years, 14 days.
6, is that really 6 years?
14 days. I'm kidding. I don't know the exact. I'm going to guess 5 years.
It was a brief period of time, a brief period of very, very hot sex. And then... and then it burned itself out, as it always does.
Smoking
and I'm
a lot.
sure...
Must have been smoking a lot of pot.
No.
Allowed affection to happen. My kids are watching it. One of my daughters, who's, was always like into boys and stuff, comes up to me and goes, Dad, his character's name was Uncle Jesse. That was his character's name.
All right.
Comes up to me and goes, Dad, I really like Uncle Jesse.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, get out of here. Because like a lot of my friends call me, like, I'm on a group text, they all call me Stamos. It's like, I thought she was like
It's not funny.
Messing with me. That's not funny?
I mean, I feel like that's just...
Come on, you gotta laugh, Bill. You just called me the fat kid from Stand By Me for 30 minutes.
And that I think is fun and funny.
That's the line for you?
Because you have become something very different. That was when you were a kid. Whereas calling you that, I wouldn't appreciate that if that, I mean, we kid about this, but would I want to be like reminded about it every second? I really wouldn't. But
it's just good old-fashioned ribbing, Bill. Lighten up.
Okay. I'm trying to defend you. I mean, it just doesn't hurt me.
Lighten up. This became about frozen homeless people all of a sudden. Jesus.
Back to the Kardashians.
So I was
Speaking of frozen
I told her to get out of here. I said, get out of here. And she went, no, I really like him. And my other kid, they were like 3 or 4. I said to my other kid, hey, do you like Uncle Jesse? And my other kid was like, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, hey, girls, come here. Hit pause. Open my computer. I'm going to show you 3-year-old girls a photo. And it's going to blow your little fucking minds. They were like, what? And I was like,
good for you.
Ready? Are you ready for this, girls? And they were like, yeah. Stamos, Romijn wedding. My kids were like, is this AI? And I was like, no, girls, no AI. That was taken on good old-fashioned film.
So this had never come up before in family?
They were like 3. We're going to sit them down and be like, hey, we think it's time we told you your mom and John Stamos were really ravenous lovers.
So they were 3?
3 or 4, yeah.
Oh, they were that young?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my father was previously married to my mom. I don't remember them sitting me down and being like, fellas, it's time we told you.
Right.
Your father exchanged vows with someone who wasn't your mother. It was like, I heard them fighting over alimony my father still had to pay or something.
Yeah, they never told me my mother was Jewish.
Oh, really?
We went to Catholic every week, my sister, my father, and I. My mother stayed home. I never asked why. It just was always the way it was. It wasn't until I was 13, and it just sort of came up at Christmas time, and I'm like, what? The fact that it never crossed my mind, it tells you a lot about, like, whatever you put in a kid's life becomes the norm.
Yeah, it's true.
Which is also sad, because that's why abuse happens also, and kids don't understand how wrong it is.
Yeah.
You know.
You're absolutely right.
But
You're
let's
absolutely
get back
right.
to the homeless dying in the snow.
No, that's funny.
It's funny.
No, my father's British. My father's old. He's here in LA.
Your father's British?
Yeah, I'm actually a British citizen. He's from London. He immigrated to the United States in the late 50s. He's old. And he moved to Greenwich Village and never left. That's where I was raised, in Greenwich Village.
Wow.
And
You're a city kid.
city kid, yeah.
Wow.
On the subways, everything. 1980s, 70s, 80s. Oh, that's another thing. LA is like sort of going through it right now, you know? It's not the city I moved to in the 90s, you know? It's hurting. I'm sorry to say, it just is. Anyone will tell you that lives in Los
You don't
Angeles.
have to be sorry. It's not your fault.
And it's funny, I'm never leaving Los Angeles. I love Los Angeles. I love this city.
I feel the same way.
I will never leave. I will never leave the state of California.
I tried once, and it just fucking slapped me right.
Go with Austin, with all those like stand-up dudes.
No, in 2020.
You getting on stage with Rogan and stuff? Did you do that move?
No. Slow down. Not Austin. I would not move to Texas. In 2020, there was a week when we had the fire so bad that it blocked out the sun for a week.
Remember?
There was no sun.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I pay 13% state tax.
Yeah.
You know what I pay that for? The sun.
Yeah.
Today is February, whatever.
Beautiful day.
Gorgeous day. I look up in the sky and it goes, that's what I pay my 13% for. That's what 13% for the sun. If you actually presented that with me, I would, okay. I will pay 13% for the sun. So when it wasn't here, I looked at places virtually, but this was during the pandemic, wink, wink.
Old Zillow?
Not that it wasn't the pandemic, it was.
Let me guess. I want to guess.
Miami.
Oh, whoa. Wouldn't have guessed that.
Well, I'm not going to go to someplace cold.
Yeah.
I'm not going to leave the United States.
I could see you in Miami.
I could see Miami.
I could see you.
Too.
You ever do an episode of Miami Vice? Are you one of those guest stars? No, you know the famous. By the way, that's on the algorithm. All the famous people that did Miami Vice: Bruce Willis, Gloria Estefan.
Well, after Tomcats, I did get typecast as a.
Don't you ever speak ill of Tomcats ever again? That is a fucking classic right now.
That's what I meant to say. It's a classic.
I stay in California not only for the weather. I stay here for the politics. I like the politics of California. It's sort of it's.
I like some of them.
It's in alignment with me. I
like it better than Oklahoma, but
I think I like to live in a state where there's gun control. I think there are less guns on the streets, and guns scare me. I think.
Yeah, there's still a lot of people with guns,
I understand
and if someone breaks into your house, it'd be great if you had one.
I don't have a gun in my house.
Yeah.
First of all, I have teenagers, and also, I told you my wife was always hitting off that vape. I don't want her like.
Well, you can lock it up, the gun.
I don't trust that. I know the fingerprint stuff. Come on, they're gonna figure out a way to.
Who's gonna figure out?
I don't know.
The kids? The wife? What?
Yeah, I think guns. Look, I'm a believer that guns
Kill. Yeah, well, they do.
And if they're in your house, that increases your potential for someone.
You talk about California. The reason why people have big problems with California and why one-party rule is not a great idea, you do need both parties to keep each other honest, is that we have crazy laws in California, like if you shoot somebody breaking into your house, it might be you who goes to jail.
I understand that.
Shit like that.
I understand that.
Is what makes people fed up with this state.
I get it.
Then we look up and there's the sun and we go, Okay, I'll put up with that too.
I get
I'll
it.
put up with the overtaxation, the overregulation, the potholes, the homeless, this bullshit, that bullshit, because the sun is up in the sky and you just cannot switch that out.
I get it. But that said, getting back to my point, I'm never leaving. Growing up in New York in the 70s and 80s, I've seen urban decay. New York City, when I was a child, was Death Wish, New York City.
Right.
That's what it was. It was. Death Wish was actually, it wasn't an exaggeration. My mom got mugged in our neighborhood, I got mugged, knife to throat, crack epidemic. Yes, on the train.
How old were you?
Oh my God, 12?
12?
Yes.
And you had a knife to your throat?
Crack.
On the train?
And listen, this is where it's sick.
What did they think you had to offer?
I'm gonna tell you,
at 12?
This is where it's crazy. My mom gave me cab fare. I was visiting my buddy, Oliver Ray, uptown. She said, take a cab home. Take a cab home.
And you pocketed the money.
I pocketed the money and took the subway home.
Just like a fat kid.
And
just like a fat kid would. I
was like pretty much in shape at this time.
You know, it takes a lot to run this show. Scheduling, cameras, lighting, editing, never-ending emails, ay. So to make this all happen, it's important we are organized. If not, then it all goes down the drain. Well, lately we've been using Claude from Anthropic to keep us organized, and it's less chatbot, more the competent coworker you wish HR would hire. Yeah, that's Claude. Claude is the AI for minds that don't stop at good enough. It's the collaborator that actually understands your entire workflow and thinks with you. Whether you're debugging code at midnight or strategizing your next business move, Claude extends your thinking to tackle the problems that matter. If you throw in a real problem, research the topic, check sources, connect the dots, it actually goes deep. Like finds patterns across dozens of documents deep. Stuff you can miss because we're human and get easily distracted. It connects to our tools like Google Workspace, reads our files, organizes the mess, even builds little apps and spreadsheets. No coding, no drama, just done. If you want AI that actually thinks instead of cheerfully hallucinating, try Claude. Get started with Claude today at claude.ai/random.
I was working on my
Well, you said 12. Isn't that around how old were you when you did
It was starting to come off. The pounds were starting to come off.
How old were you when you did that movie?
I was 11.
11, see? Okay.
I was 11. Oh, by the way,
but
it's
then
so
you
funny.
went back to New York. You didn't think at that point where you were hot in the industry that you...
Listen, I blame my parents for this. Like, obviously, like you look at like Elijah Wood's, Leonardo DiCaprio's parents, Dakota Fanning. You'd think if like a kid was in Stand By Me, like that would be it. I didn't even have an agent or anything. Like my parents, they had jobs. They didn't know. My mom was a teacher in Jersey City. My dad was working with some advertising.
They must have known the movie was a hit.
When I made Stand By Me, we went away for the summer to Oregon. I came back to New York City. My grandparents came with me. My mother, when she got off of work, came out with me. They were not stage parents at all. I came home, I was telling my father, they had a crane. We were riding the crane. They did these crane shots. It was so great. There was a body. They had a fake body, but then they used a real body. It was so much fun. They had a dolly, and a dolly is when you push in on a shot. And my father, I told you he's British, went, you're about to go back to school now. Don't tell anyone you were in a movie.
Come on, really?
This film will never be released. It will never see the light of day.
Are you serious?
My father had worked with a guy.
Have you ever told that story? That's the best.
I'm sure I have.
That is so good.
My father worked with a guy who left his agency. He worked at an advertising agency.
But it's exactly what a British guy would say of his era.
My father worked with a guy who left the agency. He was a partner and sold his partnership and everything to go make a horror film in Los Angeles. And it never got released. Saw the light of day. And he had to come back to the agency and I think start as a copywriter. He had sold like all of his shares and like my father told, like my family told that story like, can you believe what an idiot? His retirement, he sold it all to go make a movie. And so when I came back, he went, don't tell anyone.
That's so funny because you are so the opposite of a stuck-up British prig. You know, that's like, that is so not you.
My father's pretty humble. He's not, he's from London. He's not.
Yeah, but I mean, a man of that era,
Yeah.
from London. I mean, London was a different place, and British stiff upper lip, and you know, very reserved.
We're not those people, you know. My parents aren't, and I'll tell you, it's very difficult raising children of moderately famous, the star of Tomcats and the fat kid from Stand By Me. It's really our one goal as parents is to make sure we're not raising fucking nepo babies who are entitled. I mean, it's bad enough I'm raising my kids in Southern California who, Bill, when you have kids, and you're gonna have them, they're gonna talk like this if you're raising them here.
I know, and it's so funny
that
they've infected your mind, I can tell, because I know you're not really, when you like, every time I say something that's completely commonsensical, which is why you like watching my show.
I love it. You're the best. You're the voice of reason.
I know.
You're my news source.
I know, but
you're my CNN.
But I can see that there is a gut reaction that comes from living with a woman and children, where you're like, wait a second, what did he say about this thing that I should be more woke about? I could see it. It's like it's beyond intellect. It's like a gut reaction. Like, I should defend but you're right, the homeless really shouldn't be on the sidewalk.
Full disclosure, I watch your show all the time, and I watch someone like Patton Oswalt come on here, who's a good friend of mine, and I know.
Yeah.
And it's, I watch how he reacts to some of your politics. It can be trouble for a guy like Patton Oswalt.
It can be trouble for most of this town, and that's okay. I do not share. It's funny, I always say to my woke friends, you probably heard me say it, we voted for the same person, you're just why she lost.
Oh, don't say that.
What? I say it all the time. I said it to John Cryer right in that chair. And it sums up how I feel. We voted for the same person. You know what? As long as we're onto this sort of subject, you know what really pisses me off? They wouldn't give this town. I'm going to take myself out of this, although I'm really in the same category. But they would not give any sort of Emmy nomination to Landman.
Right.
Landman, which is a great
show, great dialogue.
Great show.
If you're listening, Tyler, please, I'm available. I'll even work out for him.
You know what?
I know he's jacked.
I'm such a fan. I'm available, and I'm really not.
Let's
I'm not
go,
an actor.
Tyler. Tomcats.
I think it's Taylor.
Taylor, sorry. Taylor. Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if that's going to get you a
beat
job.
that out. Taylor Sheridan. Why did I say Tyler?
But like,
I'm so sorry, Mr. Sheridan.
It's perceived as, like, that's how fucking annoying they are, that they can't even abide by a show that is not specifically tailored to people who run a yoga studio in San Francisco.
I don't know.
You know, it's about the middle of the country. First of all,
so great. Lioness is so great.
It's Lioness. Love that one. That's another show.
That origin story when she goes into the recruiter's office and he goes.
It's an amazing factory he's got running.
It's awesome. Please.
But
Taylor,
if I
please.
can just finish this, it's like, they will not nominate that show and Billy Bob Thornton has been in the press complaining about this, as he should, because it's perceived as a conservative show. First of all, even if it was a conservative show, that should be allowed. This is fucking America, you assholes. Okay, but it's, you know what? Landman has girl bosses, it has Mexicans, it has a trans character. I mean, it's just not exactly what you are.
Agreed.
And so we have to ignore that and pretend it doesn't exist. You know, you want to know why people vote for Trump? That's why. Your shitty attitude is a real turnoff.
So I'm going to tell you about a bit of, I say this, will I stay married? Blow it over here. My,
Sounds like you're going to blow it over here.
The night of the election, this third one.
Yeah.
Third election. Everyone knows what I'm talking about here. I was watching late at night the returns, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't think Trump was going to win. I live in California. I didn't think he was going to win. From what I was hearing.
I didn't either.
I think he was going to win.
No,
this is where I live, you know?
Yeah.
I said something along the lines of, like, there was no planning, this is what they get. There should have been a primary. I said something along those lines, you know? Like, I was just spitballing ideas as to, it was a shock, you know? My wife and daughters without saying anything, became physical with me. They were filled with rage. So if I am being careful with you in how I say things, yes, I live in California. I live with not one, not two, but 3 people who, if I made any kind of joke, they would, they become very angry with me, you know?
Well,
So
I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but I couldn't live that way. I would, whatever household or whatever situation I'm in, I say what I truly think, and if it makes you angry, I'm sorry, we'll have to work that out.
Well, it makes...
But I am not going to tuck my tail between my legs and just shut the fuck up. This is what you were dealing with when you were a child. Just sit there and don't say anything.
Yeah, but...
Sit on your hands. Well, what happened to Rob Reiner? More of that, Jerry, more of that.
Yeah.
Where's Rob Reiner's ghost when you need him to be telling you more of that?
Yeah,
Now tell the Kardashian story.
Pull into this parking lot. My daughter's failing math. There's a...
I love this show.
There's a Bentley.
It's ridiculous.
A Bentley. You know what a Bentley... huge car. It's the size of...
No, I'm from Bulgaria.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, a Bentley is a large... It's a larger than... It's a large car.
Yeah, I'm 70 and I live in, California. I know what
Bentley was parked diagonally, taking up 3 spaces. And I'm walking with my daughter, and I'm trying not to raise Nepo babies, and I'm like, you see this shit? This is the kind of shit. This is disgusting. I know you live in Calabasas. I know we're raising you in Calabasas. These people are fucking monsters, taking up 3 spaces like this.
Absolutely.
2, fine. 3, this is a fucking joke. Whoever did this is a monster. Don't ever... You're going to be driving in a few years if you pass math, and don't ever do this. Like, understand, we have to, like... being someone in society is, like... helping society out.
It shows the sense of entitlement they have.
100% entitlement.
Which you never find among 17-year-olds.
So I'm there with my daughter, and someone whose initials are... not Chloe, not Kim. Who's the other one? Not Chloe or Kim. Somebody help me out.
Chris?
Not Chris, that's the mom.
Chloe.
3rd one. Chloe's the sister.
Chloe, Kim and Kourtney.
Kourtney Kardashian. She comes out with her kid. And she says, we have a nodding relationship, right? I told you. Like, the Kardashians and I, we, like, cordially, like, nod at each other.
Where? Where was this nodding happening?
In the parking lot.
Oh, in the parking lot before?
Calabasas, yeah.
Oh.
And so...
This is not the first time you met in the parking lot.
No, we had, like, we have nodding relationships, so I give her...
I gotta get to this parking lot.
I give her the cordial... Oh, it's a Rick Caruso parking lot.
This sounds like a really good parking lot.
So I do the cordial, hello, my lady.
Don't say that.
And she gives me the nod.
Sure.
And I actually said, like, hi, Kourtney. And she went, hi, Jerry. And we walked past each other and our kids.
As celebrities do.
Yeah.
We pretend we know each other even when we don't.
That's how it goes, man.
I know you from TV. I know you from TV. We've actually never met.
DC Cab,
right,
what's up?
Exactly.
Do the nod. She goes and gets in that Bentley that's taking up 3 spaces. And I went, it's good to see you, Kourtney. And she gets in, starts it up and pulls off. And my daughter says, weren't you going to say something to her about the 3 spaces and taking up all the spaces? And I was like, you shut the fuck up. That's Kourtney Kardashian. Do what she wants. You shut up. There is a hierarchy in this town. And you better fucking learn it if you want to be in this town. Now go past math.
Jerry, you got to hang out with me more.
Anytime, Bill.
I got
First time, long time. Isn't that what they say in sports radio?
I'm gonna put that Rob Reiner back in you.
One more hit for me.
I am gonna put.
By the way, I've been scared to come on your show, but you know what?
I am gonna put that Rob Reiner back in you.
I'm alive. I might not be married when this airs, but I'm alive.
You'll be married. She loves you. I can tell. I can tell.
One more on my face for the drive home. Right there, big one.
Is this all a gag, or do you actually feel that? Because I do know, you're not the first person, by the way, who does this. I don't think he would mind me saying this, so I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
But one other famous person who does the exact same thing is Joe Walsh of the Eagles. Joe,
I saw them. I saw that fucking Sphere concert. You got to go. By the way,
I've seen the Eagles 5 times. I mean,
dude,
I love
you haven't seen it until you've seen it at the Sphere.
Yeah, I intend to go.
Oh my God, it's a different experience. Changes concert going.
Yes.
Oh, I'll tell you a fun drug story. I went with, it was my wife's birthday. Some people did cocaine and mushrooms, which is weird.
Some people.
Some people did
Who are these people?
ecstasy, Molly, whatever they call it.
Oh, this is the last, very
This is
recent?
when we went to the Sphere. Some people did, this is the group that we were with.
Oh.
Some people did acid. They do acid now. It's called unicorn spray. You spray it.
This is a big group.
Okay?
All those drugs.
Some people didn't do anything.
Wow, a lot of people.
Who do you think, I took a test. I really wanted to study this. I was like, when am I going to get a chance to like see this? Who do you think had the most fun?
Elizabeth Warren. I don't know.
The acid people.
Oh, among the drug use.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what acid is anymore since it's been 30 years since I did it. So
I think it's pretty like.
I've heard it's great.
I got to tell you.
No.
Moms are doing it. Like moms are partying on the weekends.
Oh no, acid is not your father's acid. There's a whole. I absolutely know this. I'm not particularly interested in trying it myself at this age. I wish I felt more confident to do things like that, but no, it's just not smart for me. But
I think they do it. They call it microdosing.
Yes,
I mean,
but
they drank the whole bottle,
right,
but it was microdosing.
But they have refined it so that it is not quite what it was before, which was an all-out trip where you're either like falling off, thinking you can fly, and diving off a building.
By the way, a mom sold us the acid. A mom.
Imam? Like a Muslim preacher?
No, a mom, mother, mommy.
Oh, a
mommy.
mom.
Like a mom.
The imam.
Everything gets back to religion with you.
Yeah, I mean, drugs are it's a whole different world out there with the microdosing. I mean, I tried microdosing mushrooms, and my only reaction was, oh, really? Then what's the point? Like, either you're going to go full on or not. I mean, it wasn't really a trip, and it really wasn't. It was.
Or do you do those ayahuasca things that everybody
Well,
talks about?
that's a full-on thing, no. I mean, that is a whole different thing, and that I don't see as like what we're talking about. We're talking about partying here with the fun drugs.
Yeah.
Ayahuasca is not that. Ayahuasca is a deep dive into your psyche.
Yeah.
And you have to really want to do that, be prepared to do that.
I don't want to do it.
I don't
want to do
wanna
it.
do it
I keep
either.
it inside. It's better to keep it inside.
I don't know if it's better, but I don't know. What am I going to do at 70? What am I going to, reorient my whole life because the ayahuasca? And also, I don't feel like I've been that bad. I know my life. I know me.
Yeah.
I know who my friends are.
Yeah,
I know what
yeah.
I believe. I know who likes me. It all adds up to not an emergency.
Yeah,
You
it's so
know?
funny. Somebody really tried to talk me into that ayahuasca thing, and the way they described it, and I'm sorry to ayahuasca people, they're going to go off in the comments
No,
right now,
that-
but
that-
they said like
God, Jerry.
they said
Here's
like
what they say. In
they
the
said like there is some diarrhea and vomiting involved,
But
and
you
like
got
all
to
that
stop
stuff.
caring about your kids, your wife, and the comments.
Well, I live with my
Well-
kids and wife, so I have to care about them. I
Okay,
like
but like
they have access to the gun.
But you can think differently than they. You can think differently than they can, and that's okay. You're a different guy, raised in a different era with a different anatomy, and you are going to naturally feel and think some different things. And maybe you're right too. You have lived longer. Usually in societies, we think that people who live longer have more wisdom. Not always. There are some old fools, but in general, we shouldn't just dismiss out of hand the possibility that your feelings and your opinions are correct.
I got to tell you something, Bill. It's funny you say that. I don't think anyone's right. I'm not kidding. I don't think anyone's correct. I don't think there is a correct answer to anything.
Well, there may not be a correct answer, but in a world nowadays where people say, it's my truth. Yes, there's my truth and your truth. There is also the truth sometimes. There is the truth. Sometimes there is just the truth.
That's
Okay?
why I pay out-of-pocket tickets for you.
This is not wood, it's concrete.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
not my truth.
Yeah.
That just is the truth.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff where you can say gray area, and we've certainly moved those goalposts to where it's almost everything. we used to have a shared view, at least, about the facts. We don't have that anymore. But some things are the truth. And I'll admit that about the things even which I'm supposed to be on the other side of it. Like I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but I didn't appreciate the way we treated COVID in this country. But it is just the truth that it was an actual epidemic and that the vaccine did actually save millions of lives.
No, I took it as...
Yeah.
I think I went 3 times, and then I was like, all right, I feel good.
Okay, well, I didn't want any one of them. But that's...
I got my shingles shot, too. I'm that old. Can you believe I'm that old? I had to get a shingles vaccine. By the way, let's get some of that pharmaceutical stuff. Enough of this, sweetener stuff. Let's get, the big ones here. Taylor Sheridan.
Did you ever do drugs in your heyday, though? I mean, like when you were a young blade?
No, booze.
Never?
I'm sort of an...
Really?
Yeah, I'm an Irish, Polish, American, Italian-American, and booze was my thing. Booze.
But, I mean, when you did Tomcats, the year 2000, you're single, right?
Boozing.
You're single.
Yeah.
You're a star.
Yeah.
You're a good-looking young guy.
Yeah.
I mean... There must have been a lot of female interest in you, and there must have been a lot of nights out.
Yeah.
Did you not take advantage of being a young, handsome star in Hollywood?
I took advantage of it. I liked being in relationships. I loved the company of other women. I was like a dinner. I'd like to go out to dinner, I like to...
Yeah, sure.
I love making girls laugh.
But I mean, was there a period...
No,
I do too.
I'm serious.
Yeah, I am serious too. And also sex.
Yeah, love that too.
Yeah, right.
What a feeling.
But I'm saying, was there a period where you were a single man who you really did not want to get married for a while because it was just too much fun to be out there, and you were playing the field, as they say.
I'm going to tell you,
were you playing the field?
Well, Bill, I got married, for Los Angeles. I'm not speaking for the rest of the world. I got married at 33, which is in Los Angeles. I was the first one of my friends to get married. 33 was the youngest. My guy friends were like, what are you fucking doing?
Right.
This is way too young, dude. My friends, I was living in a condo. We weren't even close to getting married. I met Rebecca Romijn. Rebecca Romijn was recently divorced.
Mm-hmm.
We dated for
From
about
who?
I really like him. We dated for months, close to a year. I gotta tell you, every time I was intimate with Rebecca Romijn, I would say to myself, I can't fucking believe this is happening right now. I can't believe this is my life. Like, I would be like, oh, yeah, that was fun. And then I'd go to the bathroom and be like, just give me a second. And I'd look in the mirror and I'd be like, I fucking did it. I can't believe this is my life right now.
Why? She's got to fuck somebody.
I know, but me? Like...
Why not you? Who's
Bill, she's on the cover of Sports Illustrated numerous times. She was the blue lady from X-Men.
Okay, but there's only one James Bond, I mean, somebody else has to step in when Uncle Jesse's busy.
But, the fat kid from... She picked the fat kid from Stand By Me. You said it yourself.
No, suddenly the fat kid is valued. Suddenly this has great merit to say the fat kid.
I mean...
I love it.
My wife said, now we're dating, my wife is 31 now. My wife said, listen, I want to have kids at some point. Is that something that interests you?
Right.
And I was like, yeah, of course. Yeah, anything I can do to keep this going. So we got married a couple years later, and it was so funny trying to I'll tell you as someone, talk about goo. I had spent my whole life, took another hit. You thought this episode was over. This is the extra stuff. This is the Patreon stuff, everybody.
It's never over.
One of the most unnatural things I've ever done was trying to get someone pregnant. My whole life I had an uncle, Jerry DeSapio, I hope he's listening to this, lives in Monmouth, New Jersey. When I moved to Los Angeles, he drove me to the airport, gave me money, gave me some cash, some walking around money. And he said, just do me a favor, whatever you do. Don't get anybody pregnant. You can never do that. You can't get anybody pregnant. Like, that's the one thing. I was 21, just out of college. Don't get anybody pregnant. So I had tried all those years to not get anyone pregnant. Finally, my wife said, let's try and get pregnant. I was like, You want me to try and get you pregnant?
I can give you a tip on how to do it. When you come, leave your dick in her. I mean, it'll work it'll work almost every time.
No, you have sponsors. What are you doing?
Sponsors. Anyway, so why did you have to try? I mean, it didn't work just normal?
You gotta try a little. You gotta try a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're a newlyweds and you're fucking all the time, you're gonna be fucking when she's ovulating, and then I mean, the sperm. I mean, it's nature. I mean, people have more of a problem stopping it than starting it. Starting it is you know, you just don't have to be a rocket scientist to get that, unless you have some issue. You had some issue, two little. Well, obviously it worked. It worked.
I didn't have an issue.
Okay.
Fuck
Yeah,
you
right.
mean I had an issue?
No, you obviously you put your sperm in a lady and she made children come out. You're a virile man.
By the way, this is the most scientific episode of Club Random that we've had. This is like a health class. This is great. It's about ovulation.
I mean, I have spent my life trying to do the opposite.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
that was my
and
point.
I feel like that causes. You're talking about anxiety, my friend.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
does.
there's much more anxiety. And there was years when I was
Scared.
scared
of phone calls.
and stupider when I was a young swain. When I may not have been as perfect with the safe sex thing. As you get older, you get smarter and wiser and more responsible. But
Of course.
Sometimes when you're younger, it's like you use the rubber the first time. And then it's like the second time, well, we know each other now. I mean, of course we use a condom when we don't know each other. What do you mean we don't know each other? I just fucked you.
Oh,
we know each other good.
I think we've covered it all. I mean, what else is left?
I don't know.
Rest in peace, Rob Reiner. It's so funny. Your producer said, "Do you have anything to plug?" And I was like, "No, I actually do have something to plug." We're doing these live shows of Stand By Me. It's me, Corey Feldman, and
that's awesome.
Will Wheaton. And what they do is this guy, Dan Pasternak, you probably know him. He's like a comedy curator guy. We screen the film in these 1,500-seat houses, big houses. And we're going to a bunch of cities. Go on the website, standbymelive.com. And we screen it, and we watch it. And then afterwards, we have a talk, and every night is different. It brings back memories for some of us. It's very emotional.
I bet it is.
And we haven't done it since, God rest his soul, Rob Reiner and his wife passed. It's going to be very emotional.
That's going to be very emotional.
And you know what's fun?
When is this happening?
It happens dates in March, and there's going to be later dates. There's a website called standbymelive.com. It's going to all the cities. It's like a tour. An entertainment group called
You
Mills.
show the movie and then you get on stage and take questions. And
We show the movie,
Yeah.
and then we take questions, and we just talk. And it's really fun for me because I've seen the movie since it came out. I have never seen it in a theater since opening day with my grandparents.
Is that right?
And on Fifth Avenue, across from Alexander's, on Madison Avenue, across from Alexander's, saw a matinee, empty theater with my grandparents. And it's so awesome. By the way, I kill in the movie. I kill.
Do.
Like people,
Yeah.
all the laughs
tell
are right
you.
there.
Right.
It's just
It's the best part is the fat kid. I'm not trying to just say it. I'm just telling you, it's the best part. When I got my first sitcom, I was the office creep. Does that sound like a compliment? No, but it was the best part to have. The other three people, Gina Davis, she was awesome, and she's a big star, and Alfre Woodard, Oscar nominee, and Bronson Pinchot. They're all very talented people.
Sure.
But I was the office creep. All their lines, if you looked at the script, you could kind of interchange them. They were just three nice people. I was the office creep, and you were the fat kid. And it's good, so.
We got to do something about the film industry here in Los Angeles. It's really...
We?
Yeah, we.
Us? Like us, we can do this?
I don't think we can.
I'm not in the industry.
You are in the industry.
Not the film industry.
You work on a studio. You still work in a studio.
Yeah, okay. What do we have to do?
Got to figure out how to get those stages filled again. I mean, I'm just saying that because you worked on a sitcom when I'm sure it was
but part of this is unions. Part of this gets back to something where you're your natural inclination, living with the woke, is to go, wait a second, don't attack unions. There's some, and it's like, well, you know what? Yeah, that's. I mean, I read that we might be heading for another strike. The deal that they just struck a couple of years ago is it's already up.
Yeah,
and now.
I remember that. I remember the heat that you caught saying, if we don't come to an end, something's going to happen. I was, Bill,
well,
I couldn't believe that.
I wasn't the first one to go back to work. That was, I think, Drew and the ladies from The Talk and some other show. They all said they were going to go back. And I said, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I mean, it had stretched on for a long time. I'm not anti-union. I'm not about getting a good deal. But you know, we do have some information, actual facts, since that strike, and I think don't quote me on the number, but a very, very, very high number. I thought when I read it, like 40%, something like that, of jobs never came back. So, like again, per my theme of let's do what practically makes sense for the old school liberals of the world, as opposed to what just sometimes seems performative. Now, again, people should absolutely get what they deserve, but also, you know, we live in the era we live in. I can't change the fact that Telly Norwood is now a movie star. You know who that is?
No, I don't. I'm so sorry.
That's the AI actress.
Oh.
Telly Norwood. She's not real, Jerry.
How many spaces does she take when she parks in
I don't know, but
Caruso Mall?
None, because she doesn't exist outside of AI.
Is she attractive?
She's very attractive. I mean, this is the future of movies. They're going to shoot it for $10.
Does she have to get high in order to have a conversation?
You don't have to do. That's the point. They're going to want to hire Telly Norwood.
No, they won't. I'm not afraid of AI.
Oh,
could AI recreate who you are every Friday night on HBO Max?
No, not me. But a lot of things they could.
Could they have recreated this conversation? Could AI have come up with us, like talking about Fat Kid from Stand By Me and Goo and Frozen Homeless and covering it all?
No, absolutely not. But could they make Maverick Top Gun? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, you know.
They practically did. No, I'm kidding. I actually like that movie.
It was a great movie. It was really good. But I understand what you're saying.
You know, it's... anyway, look, you and I are not the people who are going to say Hollywood. I'll just put her out there right now.
Yeah, I was just saying... But Bill, you know what? I want to thank you. You're one of the few people, those who... I'm saying those who don't live in Los Angeles. Bill still shoots his show on a lot, on a Hollywood lot, on a stage.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people have said, oh, it would be cheaper if we moved to this stage out there, or that you're right there in Hollywood shooting it, and that's going to be a part of your budget, and like you do it. I'm currently not working on a lot. I had to go make a film out of the country, you know.
Where?
I went to beautiful country. I went to South Africa. I went to Cape Town. Wow. Gorgeous. Really fun.
It is.
Really made a great film. Worked for, it's coming out on Tubi. I guess I do have something to plug.
Yes, tell us.
It's called Summer's Last Resort. It's going to be on Tubi, streaming service.
Summer's Last Resort. Good title. Summer's Last Resort. What is it about?
It's a family movie. I play a father who is he's like in a household where he has to make believe he's woke all the time because his like mom and
like you in real life.
It's a joke. I'm joking. I was joking. No, it's like it's sort of like. Did you ever see the film Tomcats? I'm kidding.
No, what is it about?
No, it's a family movie. It's really fun. I play a stepdad, and the teenagers don't want me to marry their mom, and it's cute. It's funny. Cape Town was gorgeous. You know what
would help the plot of that movie? If you go on vacation and you get your organs harvested. I'm just saying, throw in something like that, and there's just more drama. There's more things to react to.
Right.
You know, the kids, how do the woke react to? They're harvesting our organs.
Right.
But are they going to go to the wrong people? You know, things like that. Like, is it going to...
It's good. I'm gonna remember that.
I want to make sure marginalized people get my liver.
I saw a pretty good movie you should watch. It's called Primate. It's about a crazy chimp that goes crazy. It was funny. I watched it last night.
I watched the trailer last night.
It's on...
I'm a PETA person. I'm an animal lover. I can't watch any movie where animals are abused.
Oh, I thought you would have invited your dogs in here.
They died.
All of them?
2 out of 3.
So you got one.
I got one.
You didn't want him or her to sit in here?
That dog is so old and so easily traumatized.
And not replacing it with a puppy, huh?
Well, I've debated that. Like, would it be better to have the very old dog now with a puppy who might annoy the fuck out of it? Or would it reinvigorate it? I think it would just annoy it. I really do.
Oh, that's
You know, I think the old dog would be like, get the fuck away. No, I don't want to play. I played when I was 4. You know, dogs, they only get like 4 years. You get 4 years where they run around like crazy energy.
We have big dogs too, and they
quickly,
shorter lives.
Well, the lives aren't so short, but the life they live at a certain point, they have a very long period where they're very lazy.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of sleeping, and if they were in nature, they'd be dead.
Do you get puppies?
Well, you know, when the last one goes, then I want to get, you know, a few together. I think the thing to do is to get them together so that none
You don't feel lonely when you're out of town?
Well, also, none of them feel like, oh, this is my house and some newcomer came. You know, that's what dogs gets them fighting.
Right.
You know, they have to feel like it's nobody's territory.
Hey, can I throw this out there?
Yeah.
I didn't want, I always thought I was allergic to cats. My wife, when we got married, was like, we're getting cats. And I was like, please don't do it, I'm allergic. I'm a cat guy, I'm a cat daddy. You should get some cats. Cats are fun.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Jerry, but all dogs go to heaven. All cats go to hell.
No,
Fuck
I know you
cats.
say that.
I hate cats.
You know what?
No, I'm kidding. I'm an animal lover. I love all animals, but I don't want cats.
In a lot of ways, you're kind of like a cat.
I may be like a cat, but that doesn't mean I want, you know, I may be like a man, doesn't mean I want to have sex with a man. Just, I may be like a cat, I don't want to have a cat as a pet. Maybe there's too much cat energy here. Why am I like a cat?
You watch Heated Rivalry, the Netflix show? Oh, not Netflix,
Why would that make me like a cat?
You talked about having sex with men, and just I was going off on a tangent now. I'm trying to squeeze in all my Bill Maher time before you cut off the show.
You're the one who said, I thought you wanted to quit.
No, I could do this. I'm spending the night. Are you kidding me? You watch the Heated Rivalry show?
No, but I certainly have read about it. That's
I watched it with my kids.
The gay hockey players.
It's a hot show, man. I watched it with a couple teenage girls and their friends, and they were into it.
I'm not against it.
They were.
Why is it so popular, do you think? What's the?
I think the sex scenes are sexy and graphic.
This is gay sex.
Gay sex.
Yeah.
And I know you're doing that, but they don't
Doing
show
what?
penis or penetration, so it's not hardcore pornography.
I feel like I have to make no apology for saying I don't like to watch gay sex. And I don't make what? I don't. It's just I the full support of the entire gay community.
100%, all of us.
And certainly there's lots of gay men out there saying, you know what, pussy yucky. You know, like we all like what we like, and I don't. It just not. You know, it's not like it's awful, but I just don't want to watch it, and it doesn't turn me on. Obviously, I'm not gay.
Yeah.
And I'm thrilled that it does for you, and I'm glad there's less. I'm glad there's things for you, and then there's things they make for me.
No.
Like Landman. You know why they hate? you know why they hate Landman? Because it's got 4 hot chicks in it. It's like, how dare you have hot chicks in a show anymore?
Oh, God.
Like,
Taylor Sheridan was this close to putting me in the next one, and then I went in on that Heated Rivalry thing, and he was like, hold on a second.
No, first of all, I'm going to get Taylor Sheridan on this show. You should do it already, because I've been
He's a fan. No, you've been talking about, you've been a big supporter.
I'm a big supporter, and I think it's ridiculous that somebody who, I mean, every once in a while, somebody comes along in TV like that, who
100%.
Has so many shows, and it's like, remember David Kelly?
Sure, yeah, David Kelly, LA Law, all
there's so many shows. Like, where does this guy find the time to write all these shows?
Ryan Murphy does it a lot.
Who was the guy? Stephen J. Cannell in the 80s?
Yeah. Sure, remember the typewriter?
It's like every detective, whether they were fat or in a wheelchair or whatever they were, Stephen J. Cannell was having them solve crimes all over town. It was amazing. And, you know, it was just the era. And, of course, we're in a different era. But, like, there is some, you know, Aaron Sorkin. I mean, there are people who just...
But Taylor Sheridan's been doing it for a second. That movie, Sicario.
Yeah.
That's a real movie, man. That is like...
Oh, and Hell or High... Is it
Yeah, Hell or High Water.
That's another really good one.
Great.
No, I mean, some people just can, like, sit down at that typewriter and it just flows. And Stallone's Tulsa King, also quite good.
That's Taylor Sheridan. I will tell you, I have heard something about him, and this is positive. This is what I've heard, so I don't know if it's fact or fiction. And please, Mr. Sheridan, if you're upset at this, I'm sorry. But I've heard, unlike other TV people, okay? Unlike other TV people have a script and present it, and the studio goes, oh, well, got to do this, and you got to change this, and we need this, and we're trying to get younger women to watch and do this, and you have to, and we don't have the budget for this, and we don't have the budget for that, and you got to cut this out. And so then they, rewrites, and you get different color pages and scripts, and that's why pages have a bunch of different colors. I'm sure that happened in the Bronson Pinchot, Gina Davis sitcom.
I remember the different color pages, yes, you're right.
But allegedly, and I don't know this for a fact, Taylor Sheridan has a script and goes, there it is, make it. That's why it's so good.
He is hardly the first one to have that. I mean, that you're right about...
In television?
It's HBO's mantra, bro. That's how they got to be HBO, is that they let their people do what they want. I mean, I've been very lucky because I'm part of that, where you're God in your universe. If they give you a show, you have enough rope to hang yourself if it sucks, but we do not look over your shoulder. That's why they always attracted the top talent.
You were so funny.
And that was copied by lots of other people. If you want the top talent in this industry, you have to give them that deal.
Yeah.
Taylor Sheridan, I'm sure, has that deal because he is top talent. He is not the first. If you want the really good people, don't fucking tell them what to do or how to do it. Just trust them. If it fails, HBO has had big misses too. That's okay, no one bats 1,000, but that's how you make good art.
You were so funny. This is going to show you what a fan I am. But we were watching your end of the year episode of Real Time, and you were like, don't know who my bosses are going to be when we come back, but I love you. Hope you keep us around. This has been a lot of fun. That really made me laugh.
It's true.
That really made me laugh. Yeah. It's funny.
No, I don't know. I still don't.
We miss you when you're not on the air.
I appreciate that very much.
We really miss it.
I really do.
When you said stuff on the red carpet and people were like, hope you're doing well. Hey, hang in there, Bill. It was so funny.
Well, that was apropos to our discussion about Hollywood. So much fun to do that whole thing about, and again, there's a practical aspect to what I was saying. Democrats really need to cut loose the celebrities. They're not helping. They don't strike people as normal because they're fucking not. Democrats already have a problem with people thinking that they are not the common sense crowd. And then when they see, the Chapel Roans and the Billie Eilishes of the world who don't act like normal people, and then whatever they're saying just strikes everybody in America who's a normal person as, oh God, here's more of this stuff where you can't relate to a real life. And of course, there was comedy in there about it's so easy to show celebrities acting crazy, like giving Kanye a school.
I went to a Kamala Harris rally. My wife and I donated to the campaign.
Oof.
And Megan Thee Stallion played. And that was pretty fucking epic, Bill, if you were there. I mean, it really invigorated, excitement,
It really invigorated the people who were already going to vote for her anyway. That's who invigorated.
There is no correct, Bill. There is no correct.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can jerk each other off all day long. Kamala Harris lost all 7 swing states. I mean, she went 0 for 7 where the election was. I mean, that's not... You have to almost try to fuck up that badly. As I've said many times, they lost a crazy contest against a crazy person. So, you do you. You vote for who you want. You believe what you want. I'm friends with everybody. I love being friends with everybody. I mean, there's very few people who I won't talk to. And again, the people who will not give Taylor Sheridan his due are the same people who think that's terrible. Stay in the bubble. Only talk to the people who already agree with you, who see it the way you do. Okay, you do you. I'm very happy position where I am. and very happy I can have you here. And also, I mean, I've had Charlie Kirk here.
Yeah.
I've had, RFK.
Of course.
Everybody. And famously went to see Trump. And like, I will talk to all of them.
Let me ask you something, because I was watching the Golden Globes, and I was watching you mostly. Just because I'm not even joking, because I'm a fan. So I'm like, oh, let's see Bill, and it's a pressure situation. They're calling your name. You're in front of all those people. Do you give a shit whether you win or lose?
Of course. I mean, you have to be some sort of a liar to say, oh no, I got all dressed up in a monkey suit and, put on makeup at 3 p.m. to go out to this thing and this giant traffic jam. I hated every fucking minute of it. I hated all those Emmy award shows I went to, and they would never give it to me, and they never will, and I understand why. That's okay. We don't have to go into that. But yeah, of course you want to, because you want. I mean, I had such a good speech, but I knew that I did.
Give it to us. Come on, give us a little bit.
Oh, I don't remember what it was, but I think the first thing I was going to say was, I can't believe this woke town gave me an award.
Yeah, that's why they didn't give it to you. I guess they didn't want to hear that.
Exactly why. But I feel like I'm in the Taylor Sheridan category, and there's some other shows and other people like that it's just so anti-liberal, in my view, to have this attitude that they seem to have, that you have to just completely conform and get exactly in line. Get back in line.
Yeah.
Get back there.
Yeah.
That's how it strikes us.
Yeah.
Like, again, we should actually even be able to accommodate people who are actually conservative, let alone just not exactly the kind of liberal we are. And that's not good enough for them. And I mean, this town, just a lot of the people in this town have a bad attitude. Having said that, I can't walk through a room of anything where I go. I was just at the Clive Davis pre-Grammy party without every 2 feet people stopping me and saying the kind of nice things you say to me, like, thank God for you. You're the only one who speaks the truth. Thank you for your service.
Bill, we were at a party.
So it's like, that's my...
I'm here because I ran into you at a party. I was at that party. There is a guy who was there, and I said hi to you. Hey, remember Tomcats? I walked away. This guy grabbed me and went, you gotta fucking introduce me to Bill Maher. I've got to fucking meet him. I've got to go meet him. And
that was John Stamos. But that is the party where you
booked him before me. Just saying. I got the rebuttal. Word.
No. You got the girl.
No, get out of here. There's no getting girls. No, come on. He's happily he's with a beautiful wife.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Everybody wins. Hey, everybody wins.
We're all. First of all, we're all a different person in every decade of our life. Wouldn't you agree? With 30, when you were in your 30s, is that anything like Jerry today?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay.
Completely different person.
So, that's it. You can't in any way rationally compete against yourself or anybody else at a different era in your life. And, are women in their 20s fun? Yeah, they're fun. They're also such more of a pain in the ass, usually.
Tell me how. How so? I don't like...
In their 20s? Well, they're dumber. Like we all are. We are too. Okay.
They have wisdom in other areas?
Like what? Not sex. They're not better at sex. Sex is like anything with the 10,000 hours thing. It takes a while to get good at it.
Okay.
Is that
maybe better at social media? Like they understand?
Yeah, social media. Who gives a fuck?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like...
But a woman 31 versus a woman 21 in bed?
These are things I don't
really
know about. I'm married to...
I know, but for
someone
20 years...
not 21 and not 30.
I know, but you had a life before that.
Yes,
you don't remember?
Was so long ago. I don't remember. I mean...
Well, take my word for it. 21 and 31 are very different. They are. And if I ever go to bed with a woman 41, I'll give you a report on that. But I wouldn't count on it. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure it'll happen. Well, I'm not sure of anything, but
One more hit, and then let me hit the road.
all right.
I gotta go. I'm gonna go take my parents to Canter's.
Really?
They're in town. Yeah, I take them to the deli here. My parents are old. They're walking with canes. It's tough. Just give me one for the road.
How is Canter's doing?
Great. It's really good. It's a local deli here in Los Angeles.
Oh, I know. It's a classic.
Classic. You should go. The best pastrami in town. Nate Now's is pretty good, but it's really good.
Love Nate now.
I love you, boss. You're the best. Hugs. Hugs, not drugs.
Let's not make it the last time.
No,
we don't have. We
please.
don't have to have cameras. I just
So
enjoy
fun watching
talking.
you come down the hallway.
Really?
Yeah,
Was
it was.
that a
It's,
bit- You didn't think I was going to show up, huh?
well, you were 15 minutes late. I mean,
Well, no. You were actually 15 minutes early.
I don't give a shit.
That's-
This has been the highlight of my
Oh.
year.
Club Random.